The beginning of the Great Depression. What started the Great Depression? The stock market crash was the beginning of the Depression. It crashed in October of 1929. In the 20s, everyone invested in the stock market. In the late 20s, the stock market just kept raising prices. But when it crashed, everyone tried to hurry up and sell their stocks so they wouldn't be left with nothing at all. This made the prices sink much more. The economic situation had reached banks at this point. The banks were just giving out loans to people, and when everyone heard that this was happening, they all tried to go and get loans out of the bank, which left the bank, indeed, bankrupt. This left Americans' economy screwed, and Americans scared. Businesses had to lay off workers because the consumption of products lowered, and they kept lowering, which led to more and more unemployment. Everyone was devastated, even the ones that were considered upper class. Some people were just struggling to survive. The living situations were severe. Some people lived in tents or would pair with other families into one apartment. The upper class were scared of eviction, so they would sell their possessions to keep their house. Food health was bad. Many people were not getting all the nutrition they needed, and some even faced starvation. Some children had to be placed in summer camps to get food or even the nutrition that they needed. Medicare wasn't as available, and only private practices wouldn't take people without actual money. Welfare did not help much either. It was to the point that everyone was losing everything, and the suicide rate increased. This is when America started leaning toward FDR, and they wouldn't protest against him. There were many theories as to why the Depression began. The Depression was a rough time, but it opened the eyes of many Americans.